Chameleon Girl, Episode 4, Awakening. Winter arrives in Los Angeles. The Carter family continues their daily lives. On the surface, everything appears normal. But beneath that normality, something is changing. And, for the first time, Lena knows it. The strange feeling no longer comes without warning. Lena has started noticing patterns. Whenever she spends enough time around someone, something happens inside her mind. It begins as a feeling, then a thought, then a shift, as if invisible pieces of another person are moving into place. For years, she never noticed it. Now she does, and she cannot stop thinking about it. One afternoon after school, Lena sits alone in her bedroom. Ghost watches from the windowsill. Lena opens a notebook. On the first page, she writes, "Why do I become other people?" She stares at the question, then writes another, "Can I stop it?" Days later, she decides to test herself. At school, she deliberately avoids watching people. She keeps her eyes on her books, avoids conversations, avoids eye contact. For several days, it works. She feels more like herself, more stable, more present. For the first time in years, her thoughts feel completely her own. But the feeling doesn't last. One morning, a substitute teacher arrives, a young woman with a strong personality, confident, energetic, charismatic. Without realizing it, Lena becomes fascinated. She studies every movement, every word, every expression. By lunchtime, she catches herself speaking exactly like the teacher. The experiment has failed, and for the first time, Lena realizes something terrifying. The change is stronger than her will. That evening, she sits outside alone. Ghost climbs onto her shoulder. The winter wind moves through the trees. Lena looks at the sky. "I don't know what's happening to me." Ghost remains silent, watching, listening, waiting, as always. That night the house is quiet. Sarah is asleep. Michael has finished working in the garage. Only the ticking of a clock can be heard. Lena closes her bedroom door. She picks up a small mirror from her desk, then sits on the edge of her bed. For weeks, a question has been haunting her. Why do I become other people? Tonight, she decides not to run from it. Tonight, she wants answers. She takes a deep breath and thinks about her math teacher, her voice, her expressions, the way she moves her hands while speaking. For a few seconds, nothing happens. Then Lena begins to speak. The voice coming from her mouth is not quite her own. It sounds remarkably similar to her teacher's. Lena immediately falls silent. Her heart starts racing. This time she did it on purpose. For the first time. A few minutes later, she thinks about her mother. Sarah's smile, the way she talks while cooking, her gentle morning voice. Again, Lena speaks. And once again, the voice changes, softer, calmer, almost identical to Sarah's. Lena stares into the mirror in disbelief. Then she decides to attempt the hardest thing of all. She tries to become herself. The real Lena, her memories, her childhood, the days spent with Ghost, her father's embrace, her own laughter. Slowly, she begins to speak, but stops. Because she suddenly realizes something terrifying. She doesn't know which voice truly belongs to her. Ghost quietly climbs onto the bed, watching her. Lena's eyes fill with tears. "Which one is my real voice?" she whispers. Ghost says nothing, yet the room feels strangely peaceful, as if he understands, as if he has always understood. Lena looks into the mirror one last time, and for a brief moment she feels something new. Control, only a small amount, only for a second, but enough to know it exists. enough to know she may one day master whatever this is. Meanwhile, Michael's fears continue to grow. The notebook is nearly full. Every page contains observations, dates, names, examples, patterns. The evidence is impossible to ignore. One night, Michael secretly reviews old home videos, birthday parties, family trips, school events. As he watches, he notices something he had never seen before. Lena has always done this, even at 8 years old, maybe even earlier. The realization chills him. This didn't begin recently. It has been happening for years. Several days later, Lena experiences something entirely new. During a conversation with her mother, she suddenly knows what Sarah is about to say. Not a guess, not intuition. She knows the exact sentence, word for word. Sarah speaks, and the prediction is correct. Lena's heart begins racing. She says nothing, but deep inside, who am I? But this time another question follows, a more frightening one. What am I becoming? Ghost appears behind her reflection. Their eyes meet in the mirror. For a brief moment, Lena feels something she has never felt before. Control. Just a small amount. Just a glimpse. But enough to know it exists. Enough to know she might one day master whatever this is. The episode ends with Michael sitting alone in the garage. His notebook lies open. He turns to the final page. For several minutes he stares at it, then writes 3 words, "She knows now." As he closes the notebook, a black car slowly drives past the house. It does not stop. It does not slow down. But someone inside is watching the Carter family, watching Lena fade to black. End of episode. To be continued. Please don't forget to subscribe.